This is your host, Nas, and my special, very special guest, Vaughn with two N's, my best friend, y'all. And we're back on another episode of the More or Less podcast. And this is going to be part 2 to dating. Um, so
Part 2.
part 2. I feel like when we discuss about the dating experience, like, how's your dating experience in the last 2 years been?
The last 2 years. So
Because you're currently what?
in a relationship.
Okay.
I've been
He said that fast.
I've been in a relationship for 9 months.
Okay.
Right.
It's hard. I make 6 and
It's-
it fall off.
It's the longest one I've been in. But
No, I ain't know it.
you ain't know that?
I ain't know that. Okay.
But dating, wait, what was the question again?
Like the experience of just what dating and
Like as single or like
just being single, dating around,
Okay,
trying
so-
to figure out your person.
when I was single and mingle and percolating and, wanted to be. When I was dating, after I broke up with my ex, I really was trying to figure out.
And I did not like him.
That's
but-
crazy.
I did not like him.
But I really had to like figure out what I liked for me. Like looks, what really attracted me. Looks, not so much material things like that, but you gotta have a little something.
Mhm.
The way you carry yourself and how you present yourself to the world.
Mhm.
I feel like that matters. Also, I'm a down to earth person. I would prefer someone that was down to earth,
Mhm.
and I found that. So
Yeah, and I'm happy for you.
thanks. I'm happy too. I'm still a little like
Sometimes you'd be like, "Well, I really have a boyfriend."
literally.
Yeah, I get it.
But single wise, I always say I used to. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would have like 3 different dates a day. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Rolling them, and I would try to schedule them. Like, you got one here,
Like
one, two.
I ain't gonna lie, he used to try to be my my little secretary when I was single.
Because there's nothing wrong with being single and going on 20 dates in one day. I don't give a damn.
But at the time, I was really finding out what I like. My mindset really wasn't on wasting anybody time,
Mhm.
but also filling out different people and understanding like I like this characteristic about this person, or I like the way he handled himself in difficult situations, or I like the way she progresses after she have like a mental breakdown and she just flourished, like her wings fly, something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I would have like 3 different days a week, not a week, but a day, 3 different days a day. Like that's a job. Like I was tired every day.
Because y'all gotta, when
God.
you're going on a date, you gotta figure out what you're wearing. You can't wear the same thing on the next date, and you gotta figure out, okay, what you're gonna talk about or how you're gonna answer the question, and just, like, do I really like this person?
Right.
Is
And
this
then you
one-
also got to fill out like sometimes the people you dating just want a taste of your skin, and
they want to see your private parts. That's what I
yeah,
think.
they just want a taste, and that's it. And they could be like, well, I done had some of that. I'll move on to the next.
Yeah.
But as for
You're
me,
very right about that.
I'm picky about who touch me.
Mhm.
So you gotta at least.
I'm picky too.
I know you picky, but I always say have a set boundary for yourself, and if anyone cross that boundary, you can't just allow anyone to cross your personal boundary that you set for yourself. Whether it's financial, you got a boundary. If I'm taking you out on a date, I plan on spending this much because I'm just meeting you too. So I don't plan on spending over, I don't know, $200. I feel like if we going on a grand date, I feel like $200, maybe $150, somewhere around there. Like you make sure you got some meals, a few drinks,
Mhm.
and a nice fun activity we doing together. Like I feel like that's a good I ain't gonna say full 200,
I definitely feel
but
like
just enough where like I had fun with this person and I wouldn't mind hanging out with
spending.
them again.
Yeah, I definitely feel like when you're dating people on certain calibers, I do feel like you got to come out your pocket a little bit more. Like
Yeah,
if you're dating,
yeah, that is true. But also, if you see a status, if you see like your status is here and the person you trying to reach is up here, don't go broke trying to reach that status.
yeah,
That's all I'm
because
saying. Don't go broke trying to reach
some
that
people
status.
like myself, some people we like small things. Sometimes it's the small things you do. You could say something on a date, and I fall in love. And I ain't gonna lie, don't take me to McDonald's, but you can take me on a walk to the park, and that could be a date. A lot of people don't think like that. They think, oh, I got to spend a lot of money. No,
Yeah.
but conversate with me.
I feel like
You know,
they
what I'm-
should be more. I feel like dating scene should be more sentimental than what it is.
yes, because it's like, oh, who spend the money? I've been on a date with someone that spent $100 and he tipped, and I ain't gonna say he's a nasty person, but like we ain't last. Obviously, we not together. So you got to get to know these people because you be out with these people and you don't get to know them and
You
you hop
never
in a
know. They could have just left the asylum like the other
yeah, and
day.
you hop in a relationship with them. You're hopping in a relationship with someone who is a cheater or who ain't never been in a relationship for a while. So now you gotta wait. You choose to wait. Choose
Friend,
to wait.
friend, I see why you was hot right here. I think it's these lights.
No. But I definitely feel like when you're dating, don't let your previous experiences shine on your new experience. Date with an open mind, but date with your boundaries.
Yeah.
If you
Keep a
don't want to
boundary.
deal with someone who feel like I'm gonna disrespect your mama because I didn't had run-ins with somebody's mama in the past, don't date someone who be so stuck on they past. Cause someone who's not stuck on their past, you're gonna have a good time with them.
Mm-hmm.
A very good time because they're open, it's fresh, it's new, it's exciting. You know,
I feel like when you're stuck on your past, you haven't grew from that situation yet. So you wouldn't know how to handle another situation like that because you haven't grown from that. So I'm thinking you're gonna continue to keep yourself in a cycle.
yes.
And once you learn growth, like I'm all about growth. I'm all about growth.
Like,
Friend, ever since you met me, I've been telling you I'm all about growth.
yes.
All
Like
about maturing.
I feel like when you're dating someone, a lot of people they don't want to change. Like they just want to have like I've been around someone and I was talking to them and they was just like, yeah, before because I had a nasty attitude. And you still got a fucking nasty attitude. Like I know a lot of people do not want to change. Now I'm not just talking about that specific person,
Mhm.
but I notice like a lot of people they be having fucked up minds. Like some of the way they think, like I should be able to communicate with you, my guy. Like if you hurt my feelings, if you if you got my feelings, we're still on August the 22nd. Big Leo.
Big Leo gang.
And I'm
25
not and one
million.
thing about this Leo right here,
I
the
mean,
last day for Leos. All right. Last day. That's how you know we genuine. All right. Last day for Leos. So let everybody go first. Save the best for last. But yeah. Where's my note cards? Okay. So when I'm dating, like what is your type? What's your type? We all have a type. I know a lot of people they be like, I'm open. No, you got a type. You got that type that make you be like,
yeah.
when we going? Where we going?
Yeah.
Everyone has a type.
Yeah. I think my type is I like chocolate. So I like chocolate, but I'm also open to other things. Like, you know who I'm with now. He is not chocolate.
I like light skinned people. And I don't know why, but I tell you all the time it'd be the pink lips. But like I notice, and no disrespect,
Don't say it. I already know what you
I
about to say.
notice, right? What I like, I be dealing with the most. They be so like very like what you gonna do for me? Like they be acting like, oh, you gotta kiss the ground I walk on. And I notice when I deal with darker skinned men in the black community, they not like that at all. Very relaxed. Like they
Some
don't
of them.
gotta. They no. From my experience, a lot of them they don't act like that. They're not so like I'm not gonna say feminine because I feel like every person, everybody in the gay community has a sense or a hints or touch of femininity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a lot of people like to run away from that. People try to be the masses of the masses. Boy, just be yourself. We grown. We grown. We real grown. Um, I definitely feel like in the community, I just feel like I don't know. I have met light skinned men who are, relaxed, but a lot of light skinned men from my experience, they be very I'm not trying to say sassy. I just feel like they be very like you gotta kiss the ground I walk on, or just
Like they want to be like the princess,
yes,
the princess, and
yes,
they king you and they kingdom as a
yes. I
second.
don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that because then
But
it's gonna make me like if you want to feel like that, that's fine, but try to make someone else feel that way too. You know what I'm saying? Share the throne with
I,
someone. You don't always have to. Everything is not about you.
I understand that, but I've also come across light skins that don't act like that. That
That
don't act
one,
like that.
that we know, that's the only one. The other ones, they all act like that. Just
It's only a few that I know that don't act like that,
mhm.
but
Most of them act like that, right? Be honest. Be honest. They most of them act like that.
the ones,
And
no,
that's why you always be
yeah,
telling me get someone that's a little darker, because you want to have a good time. And every experience I had with someone that's a little dark has been one of my greatest experiences. And I'm gonna say that right now. I like what I like, and I have a type, but
right. Everyone has a type, but
everyone has a
it's
type.
also great to
Open
open that
up that type,
box,
and you hear what I'm saying.
think outside the box,
Your husband or your
experience something
wife might
different.
be your husband or your wife might be going to get a might be going to get a large coffee with 2 creams, 2 sugars on the side at McDonald's. So open up your type. I always tell people that stop trying to date these people with money,
Or
because
they might be shaking it black.
the ones with money, right? People with money are very like materialistic, and money. I don't care how much money you have. Money don't make you happy at all. You can be a millionaire and still be like, damn, I want someone to come. I want to share this
Mm-hmm.
with. And I noticed that. So open up. When you go on a date, be nice. You know what I'm saying? It's not wrong being nice, and just be get in a groove, get a little shot. I know me, I'm shy, and I be nervous out the world. Once I get a shot, or if I'm with someone and they know I'm nervous and they're making me comfortable, that's a good time. And I always tell people, stop trying to go for someone you have to chase. Go for someone who like you and who's showing you they like you. They're not chasing you, but they're showing you I like you. I'm doing things that someone that likes you does.
You want
Not someone that's being, oh, I want to see what they gonna do. No. Go for someone who's showing you I like you. You're gonna have a great time with them rather than a person. I know we like certain things, but it's certain things called that person's good for me. I really like this person. That person's good for me. And you definitely, I don't care. I know we all young because I done made little mistakes dating the wrong people because I just like them. And don't even like them. I just find them attractive. That's another thing. It's the difference when you like someone. Whether they piss you off or not, you still like them. When you find someone attractive, they just cute. Know the difference. Know the difference. All right. Know the difference, because you'll be sitting there crying over someone who don't give a about you. Okay. So,
I forgot what I had.
what was you gonna say?
I don't know. I forgot. I forgot.
I will say, but I haven't dated in a minute, y'all. I'm I'm out in Arizona right now. I am moving to Texas, and later episodes, I will tell y'all about my dating experience in Texas. But so far, I don't be growing up from my decisions. I be going back to the same thing.
I really want to say what I had because it was good.
What was it?
You had talked about something. I was like, oh my god, this would be great. And I forgot just like that. See, that's that Casamigos.
Casamigos
Casamigos.
Crown. Um, maybe I was thinking maybe we can get um, Wesley to call in. You want to get Wesley to call in?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, we're gonna pause it. a little bit. We're gonna get this. Wesley's a good friend that I met while I was in Arizona working with the military.
You, sh-
Um,
you should have been here.
Wesley,
Yes.
he works a lot.
I know. Military people work.
Wesley's not military.
He's not.
He's not. He works at a home job, but he's very like business savvy. He works
Oh,
at and he deals with
he like chasing that paper.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he like the he we the same age, but he liked to learn. And like when I met him, usually when I meet a lot of people, you tell me differentiate
Mm-hmm.
friends. I like you, or I just want to sleep with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Wesley's always came at me in a friendly manner. He's a Cancer,
Mm-hmm.
and he's very helpful. Like since I've been here, he's been helping
I
me.
don't think I'm an Aquarius. If
He's
I
an
never
Aquarius.
say I'm an Aquarius.
And I have
January.
great experiences with Aquariuses.
January Aquarius here.
I don't know Aquarius that I haven't had a bad. The ones I need to stay away from is the Geminis. The Geminis. They be switching. Like we be kicking it, smiling and cool. Next, they want to act all funny. There's no reason to act like that. And Tauruses too. My mom's a Taurus. One thing about a Taurus, they're gonna tell me about my attitude. He'll tell me about my attitude, but my mom and my brother, I will argue with them, and they will tell me you don't do that. That's wrong. I love Virgos. Virgos are females and males. They're the sweetest sign ever. I'm sensitive, right? And I'm a Leo, and
Right.
Virgos just know how to be sweet.
And you said Wes is a Cancer?
Wesley's a Cancer. I don't know much about Cancers. I know you told me Cancers are very
They're fun. They're nurturing. I like that.
yes, fun, nurturing, know how to have a good time. Take me out my element a little
now,
bit.
They
Hold on,
they
y'all. That's my daddy
toxic
calling.
is toxic, but
Hello?
they fine.
Yeah. I'm recording, so I don't know, but let me call you back. Thank you. Okay, we got to get Wesley to call. Do I have to send him? Do you need Wesley's email?
Yeah.
Okay. This man done get. You know Wesley's last name is Perry too.
Wow.
I know,
That's
right?
crazy.
Perry.
That's crazy.
I'm stoned. Wesley hates. Let me tell you guys, he hates being on camera. I tried to get him on FaceTime and I said something smart to him. He was like, "You pissing me the fuck off." All right, Nas, what we gonna do? We talking about something here? He hates being on camera. Like I try to get him all the time, be on social media. You're gonna make some money out of social media because he's so business savvy.
That is true.
And he does not care for social media at all.
Like now, I was on Instagram and I was like, subscribe. What happened to follow? And then I hit subscribe because I was curious. Some people, once you subscribe on
Have you ever
IG,
paid for anyone's OnlyFans?
No.
I have.
Congrats.
I think
I
it was,
applaud those that pay for what's free
like
online.
Black China or something like that. I paid for someone's OnlyFans.
Oh, you pay for you be looking for like a specific person.
No,
I feel like OnlyFans
I
is
just
for
be
like
intrigued on how they look, and I'm like, "Oh, what you do up there?"
you want a specific person.
Yeah,
But
I spend money on a female any day, but a guy,
but listen, subscribe on IG it was like $4.99, and I was like, wow, they making their money too. So I say, y'all, whoever's in the social media, and y'all afraid to go on live and just be yourself sometimes. Don't be afraid because sometimes people listen. People will listen to the real stuff you have to say. That's true, right? Am I right?
yeah. When y'all on social media,
You about to pop up?
yeah. Okay. He's gonna see me.
Hold on.
So, what do you have to say about the dating and dating experience, or a question you got?
Question about dating. I want to know why are people, this might be this Casamigos bringing out a little bit boldness in me, but why don't people, I hate to go with the flow stuff. Stay what you want. Stay what you want. I know
Yeah,
what I
cause go
want.
with the flow. I can be like, can you lick the floor and I watch you? Like,
But
what you mean
but
go with
my
the
thing
flow?
is, I think a lot of people think go with the flow means like they may not know what they want themselves, so they just go with the flow. Like
And
we
then
could
we'll
be
go on.
friends, we could kick it, or we could be FWB, and
And then you're going on dates with me. You're having me sit there think that you want a relationship.
yeah, because
But you know what?
I
When
feel
you're
like
on a date with someone, you have to ask someone, do you want to be in a commitment? You have to ask them questions. Because dating is going on a date is just going on a date.
yeah. You remember I used to go like 3 in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I understand that, but I'm also trying to figure out, like when I was going on dates, I didn't really know what I wanted, so I was trying to experience different things with different people. Not so much somebody licking me.
Yeah.
I just
I
half the time I just want to see where your mindset is.
I do, and now that I learned from my mistakes in the
I'm up
past.
here, if y'all don't know. I be stuck up here. Conversation and all.
All right, guys. So we have Wesley. This is
Let's
one of my good
go.
friends I met in Arizona, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself a little bit, but this man is very helpful. He's been very helpful since I met him, and relax. Stop complaining, relax. But go ahead and Wesley, and go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit.
What's up? I'm Wesley. I live in Arizona. I just got off of work. Somebody dragged me into this podcast. I'm playing. No, I'm a pretty chill guy. Just nice and go with the flow. I don't know what else did you want me to introduce about myself.
Okay, so our topic that we're talking about the dating scene and
Okay.
everything that goes with that. Do you have anything you want to say about that?
Nah, everybody's some hoes.
Okay. Okay,
Uh-uh.
this man has
This
a lot of dreads on his head. He got it wrapped up. He looked like one of them Jamaicans out of New York. But
right. Where the
oh, you
bodega?
not? Oh yeah, I know you're not from New York. You're from
Look, Nas, where the bodegas at?
So
cheese.
we were gonna ask you 2 questions, and we want you to ask us 2 questions. It could be any question in the book. So what's your first question you want to ask us, Mr. Wesley?
That I want to ask y'all first.
Yeah.
How y'all know each other?
Wow, we've been friends. What's this? Going on 6 years?
6 years.
I think going on 6 years.
Going on 6 years.
Yeah.
Met in the gym, but
You know what's crazy? I really don't remember how we met.
And
Was
you
it
know
really
what?
at the gym?
I don't know if it was really at the gym, but I forgot. And I go with the gym because I remember early in getting to know you,
We did go to the
to the
gym. That's
gym.
when I was big too. I was
Yeah.
like, I was big. I was like, I
a
think
lot
the most,
heavier than he was now.
the most.
And
Look at that most. Look, boom. But listen, boom. But anyway, I was like the most I weighed was like 305, and now I'm sitting at like a good 220. I feel like I'm in the area I want to sit at.
What's your second question?
But wait, let me finish answering your first question. So
Right.
we met. This is how we became friends. I remember that you would ask me for advice, and I would give you my honest answer. And you'd be like, the first one, I don't know what it was. You was talking about some guy, and he was like, it was when you was working,
Walmart.
Okay, when you was working at Walmart, and you was talking about some guy, and I had gave you some advice, and you was like, I ain't never heard that before. You gonna be my best friend.
Yeah,
And
and
so
I
I was
remember
like,
I said you can't have
wait,
no
you just
other.
asked for advice. How I become your best friend that fast? And so we've been kicking it since. Literally been kicking it since.
Wesley gonna be one of my best friends too, but Wesley.
Yeah, that sounds pretty familiar. A very similar story going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably figured.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's
Um,
your thing. You love that.
what's the second question?
Come back to me on my second question. You can ask me a question first.
Okay. Um, do you feel like
Are we still on the topic of dating?
yes?
Okay.
You can go ahead and ask someone.
Um, sorry, that Casamigos. We've been sipping over here. But so my question, let me
Go ahead.
think of a question on the topic of
Nope, just
dating.
get
So
it.
when you're dating, how do you feel? Because we was having this conversation. How do you feel when people be like, I'm just going with the flow? Like I'm gonna just be honest. I'm gonna answer my question too because I'm gonna give you my thoughts on it. How do you feel about the question is, how do you feel about go with the flow when dating? Um my from my experience, typically I like to he knows this. I'll ask 2 to 3 different questions just looking for the same answer or around the same answer to try to get a feel of what you're looking for because I feel like when people say, "Oh, I'm just going with the flow," I feel like they don't really know what they want for themselves, so they just going with just anything. And mind you, we was talking earlier about boundaries, setting boundaries. I was telling him I was like, you got to set a boundary for yourself because go with the flow is not going to be access to that boundary.
Mhm.
For me, I don't want to beat around the bush to figure out what you want, and I'm just meeting you.
Okay.
When we're dating or we're going on a date to hang out and have fun, I want to get to know you, and I want to know like be direct. And I know a lot of people don't know how to be direct, so they'll beat around the bush, and you really got to figure it out. But me personally, I like being direct. Sometimes I can shy away from it because I'll be like, hold on, I don't know this person like that. But I'ma still be direct in a sense to where you understand where I'm coming from and what I want. Do you understand? Does that make sense or
So what's the
Yeah.
question again?
I
the
would probably start with what is your definition of dating?
so dating, looking for a potential relationship. I think all dating is looking for a potential partner. In my mind, dating is looking for that one person I just want to kick it with forever. That's what I think when I think of dating. I don't
Okay.
think like if I'm going out on a date and you can have some people be like they have friend dates. Friend dates are cool. You just going to hang out with your friends. I don't really consider that dating. I consider that like hanging out or just kicking it with my crew. But when I think of dating, I think of thinking for a potential relationship or someone I know for a fact like me and I like them and I want to just, kick it with them. So I'm gonna be looking forward to another date with them instead of having one date and I see that you just want to touch my body and lick on me. I'm probably not gonna see you after that because that's not in my mindset. That's not what's on my mind. If that makes sense, I don't want you.
Yeah,
Well,
it does. I think it depends on the person's perspective of what dating is. Like, so for context, I'm a go with the flow type of person, but
hmm
just like in general, like my whole life is very go with the flow, just
hmm
because I'm like that. But I'm also a very direct and extremely transparent person. So like if I'm thinking a certain way or like feeling a certain way about something, you will 100% know because I don't hold like I'm not gonna like hide or like fake or say I'm doing something and I'm not doing it right. Now, my definition of dating is like I'm just talking to like that one person and we're trying to get to know each other and I'm not really dealing with anybody else. In
hmm
that aspect, if I'm go with the flow and I'm dating you, that just means like maybe we're taking our time or nobody is like really heavily trying to like
hmm
do anything like really
So
serious way. But I wouldn't consider that like is your mentality that you're coming from with this? If I'm a go with the flow type of person, in reality that I'm probably fucking around with somebody else, or like what's the thought process there?
well, if you tell every person you're a go with the flow person, I'm gonna think you're probably gonna be fucking around with multiple people. Not just I feel like you don't have an aim or a target. with go with the flow. I feel like there's a whole board. You know how you go to the gun range and there's like you gotta get the body. You want to get that headshot, and I feel like go with the flow. You missing the paper completely because you don't know what you really want from that person specifically. Whether it's a friendship, like I could be kicking with a person, go on a date with them, and I'd be like, "Hey, I like you, but I'm not attracted to you to the point where I want to have a relationship with you or look for another date." I could kick it with you with my friends. Like we can kick it. We could go, go out to eat, have fun, go to a bar hopping or something. But when I'm thinking of dating an aspect of relationship, that's where I think go with the flow. You need to be more precise when it comes to dating and for a relationship. Cause as you said, you gotta really, it's different people perspectives. So I understand your perspective with go with the flow. But as for
So
me,
if let's say we were dating, right? And I'm
mhm,
gonna go with the type of person. What does that look like for you? Where you're saying you want like something specific, like you want like a very targeted something from me. What does that look like? Where
um,
you don't feel like I'm just fucking anybody because I'm going with the flow.
to me, that seems like if our date went well and I vibe with you, I feel like I'll be accepting to go with on another date with you because I still want to get to know you. Like that'll lean me in towards, okay, he was cool. Let's try it again. Cuz I'm not going to be looking for a specific answer right then and there. That's what I'm not saying. I don't need an answer right then and there. We're just meeting. I'm feeling you out. That's it. Feeling you out, seeing where your head is. If we're in conversation and I see red flags here, red flags here, um, I don't know, like you could have said something like, "Oh, I'm trying to find somebody for the night," and we had like a club scene or something, and I'm like, "Well, not this one."
There's a difference. There's a difference
Not this
between
one.
I'm a hoe going with the flow and I just go with the flow. Like I'm a hoe and I go with the flow is yeah, we dating and I'm definitely going to talk to like six different people while we
Mhm,
talk. I'm just
mhm.
go with the flow as in
So when you
I'm
say
chilling in life.
go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying so I'm going with the flow in terms of I'm just chilling in life. Like I'm unbothered by a lot of shit. We just going with the energy that comes at me. That's just in general. That don't have nothing to do with my dating scene. I've been talking to the same person for months now, and they know how go with the flow I am.
Mhm,
Not because I'm about to the club and just talk to a whole bunch of people. I'm just chill. Like
And I
whatever the vibe
mhm.
is for the day that he want to go with, that's the vibe we going with.
and
I'm
I
going with the flow.
I definitely
Okay,
can get
I
that.
respect that,
Yeah.
but as you said, you have someone, so you go with the flow with whatever they got going on, or they kind of like bounce off of you, and y'all bounce off each other, keep stuff going. I get that.
Hmm.
I get that. I like that. I like that. But as far as when you're single looking for a relationship, um, I feel like setting that boundary of go with the flow, should be like I don't know how to explain it. It's
Don't take this the wrong way, but it kind of sounds like a little bit of a personal problem, quite frankly. So, and I mean that in a way of if you're single and you talking to somebody and they talking about they go with the flow and you don't feel comfortable with that, why are you still talking to them? Realistically, like I mean, for real, they're probably not what you're looking for because they probably beating around the bush anyway. And if you're single, it's like 50 million fish in the sea. Find one that's not go with the flow.
That is true. That is
That's
true.
true.
That's why we have this topic of relationships and dating. This is
Yes.
this is why we're talking about it.
I like
So
that.
I like that too.
I
I
like
do.
that because I
Cause
the
it
more or less podcast. Some people need more, and some people need less.
you
And
have a point.
let me ask my question because
We are
so my
different people.
question, Wesley, I've been knowing you for some time, right? Can't you attest to that? And so my question is, do you feel like how do you before you met your person, right? How do you feel like the dating scene was for you?
I don't really date. I don't have time for that. I work a lot and I'm very particular about the way that I am and the way that I carry myself with things. So was like a not shitty way to say it. If you don't fit in with what I got going on, I'm not gonna like waste my time trying to make people fit into my life, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so
And what's your zodiac sign?
Cancer.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't do very much dating. Like I've dated maybe like one or two other people previously. Didn't work out for various reasons, but I hear it's awful. That's what y'all keep telling me, that the dating scene sucks.
Yes. I mean, when I came to Arizona, you told me it's trash, and
Yeah,
it
not really
is.
no idea. And
It's
then
no selection.
most of them are older, very old. A lot of them are old. So yeah, no, I don't even bother.
Okay. And lastly, what is your question to us?
My question to y'all: what's the dating scene like for y'all? Because y'all sound a little salty over there.
I ain't
No,
salty.
not
I'm having
salty. It's just
fun.
personal preference. Like you said, it's a personal issue that I have. Because I ain't gonna lie, I was at once upon a time, I was a go with the flow person, but go with the flow ended me in situations I didn't want to be in.
Your feelings be hurt. Cause I know me, go with the flow. My feelings don't be hurt. Cause you go with the flow, you with anything. So if I want you to be with me, you gonna be with me. That's your go with the flow.
Mhm.
I'm telling you what you gonna
So
do.
I'm just going based off my personal experience. So I'm not too accepting of go with the flow when it comes to looking for, like, I have relationship on my mindset. I'm trying to see if you got relationship on your mindset. And if you like type wise, you my type and you see we vibing, then I'm gonna look for another, another date.
Okay.
But if not, I'm at least voice that. A lot of
Okay.
people don't open
And
their
your
mouths.
relationship status right now, so are you you're in a relationship?
Yeah, I'm in a relationship.
So you don't really know too much at the moment with the dating season. You just
Yeah,
know what
it's my dating was 3 times a day to, I done put that aside and matured a little bit.
So my experience with the dating scene right now, it's fun. It's really fun. When you single, you don't see all the options you have, or you're not looking. You always think that person that you're with is just want you, and that's the only person that wants you. But when you get over that and you start dating, you be like, damn, you like in a buffet, you like that one, you chicken, fries, green beans right there. You be, asparagus. You was like, oh, I want a little taste of that. But then you learn from your mistakes, and you be like, you know what, I don't need chicken right now. I need to eat a little bit more healthy, and I need to go in a good mental space, and this person make my mental feel good, or this person make me feel good about myself. So my dating scene is fun right now. I'm kind of making the same mistakes I made in the past, trying to learn, stop going for what's attractive and go with someone that likes you and shows you that they like you too.
They also gotta be attracted to you too. Like,
I know, but that's why I be having, like, I love older people. Older people, remember, I know you told me date someone that's older, and I feel like an older person, they just be too relaxed. Like, want to be in the crib all day. I want to be outside. I want to go on a date. And I feel like older people,
Older than you, not retired, nice.
well, I'm 25, and when I'm talking about older, I'm talking about in their 30s, and I just feel like they be too relaxed. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm move around. You know what I'm saying? But I do like older. I will say I do like older for some personal reasons I'm not gonna talk about on this podcast.
have you ever thought about, like, with the older individuals that you've talked to, they may have been in that same space you are at now and already done, like I done experienced that. I done
No,
grown
a
from
lot
that.
of older people, I think they're just in a space where they're very stable, and I got my own. You know what I'm saying? I told my own weight.
Friend, you're very stable.
Yeah, and I don't like when someone tries to, when I feel like you feel like you're gonna run everything, because you're not gonna do that over here. Um, but I gotta learn how to let off the control a little bit. That's my issue. Relax, take the passenger ride, and just chill out. Let
Mhm.
somebody take it. But I got to feel comfortable with you for you to do all that. All right, comfortability.
Before I forget,
Mhm.
so you remember you was telling me, you was like,
Is
I'm
that
off.
something me and you need to talk about?
No. He could be here.
Okay.
It goes
So-
on the topic.
Are you ready to go, Wesley? Wesley's ready to go.
You ready to go?
Nah, it's fine. I'm cool. If
Okay.
y'all got more, that.
Okay. So I remember
It's
in
fine.
one
I can
relationship
wrap it
you
up
was
soon.
in, you would be like, man, I feel like I'm planning everything. I feel like you was overwhelmed because you would be planning the dates,
Mhm.
things to do and stuff like that. And you was like, when is he gonna plan something? Or
You know
so
what?
I understand you like control, and I understand why you say you gotta learn when to take the passenger seat and let your partner drive.
But a lot of times you tell me it's someone I'm comfortable with, and you know, I feel like a lot of people don't know how to lead the way. They're more. I remember you said alpha males and you got beta males, and I'm an alpha. Like I run shit over here. I'm a Leo, so I'm definitely you're not finna pump me. But I do with Wesley. I need to sometimes relax, take a step back. But I got to feel comfortable with you. You got to show me what's up, what you got going on. But I need to learn how to relax sometimes and just chill out.
Yeah, listen.
But I definitely feel like when y'all were talking about on that go with the flow, sometimes he even said it, if you're talking to someone like that, they're just not for you. And I feel like sometimes we need more and sometimes we need less of things. And I always tell people, and I'm always going to end this podcast off on this is called the More or Less Podcast. And just like you had checked them right then, you gave a nice little point. You don't need to be talking about that. It's a personal issue. You know what I'm saying? You need a little bit more. So find someone that's gonna give you a little bit more, because I ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely want to thank you, Wesley, for coming up here on my podcast. I want to get you in person. I gotta get you in person, because as soon as you got up here, you was like, y'all lost some hoes.
One day,
And
one day you'll be up here.
I feel like
I ain't y'all hoes right off the bat. Don't do that.
But I definitely want to thank you for coming up here. Hopefully we could get Wesley in an in-person interview. But we will see you very soon.
Later, y'all.
I'll see you. Bye. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Wesley. All right, so we're gonna let him log out. But like I said, guys, he even told you. And he tells me all the time, you need a little bit more. You need to find somebody that's going to do a little bit more for you. And I call this podcast the More or Less Podcast because I need more. You need to do a lot more for me. I'm worth more. I ain't worth less. But that's why we call this podcast the More or Less Podcast. And I appreciate everybody for watching this episode, part 2 of Dating Scene. Today is still my birthday. I won't try to change the clothes, show you another episode. But I appreciate everybody that's watching this. And I want to leave off on this, because I'm going over my time now. I want to leave off on this. Take time to yourself to think. Take time to yourself to think. You know what I'm saying? Take a walk by yourself. Be alone. It's nothing wrong with being alone. I love being alone. It's nothing wrong with being alone.
You learn a lot.
I know
about
a lot of
yourself, too.
people, we don't like being alone. Who want to be alone all the time? You want to be in someone's space, whether it's a friend, someone you like, someone you're dating, someone you're just hunching with. But take time to yourself to think. Because when you can think, you can fix something on your own. We grown. Even if we not grown, we young and we getting there. But take time to yourself to think. And I will see you guys on the next episode of the More or Less Podcast. And this is your host, Nas, and my special guest, Vaughn, clicking out. Bye.
To it.